Hello everybody, welcome to another video. After not posting for like 10 years since a video of this game, I finally concluded that I will post a new video. So, today we'll be ranking every single ARG tower defense skin, which comes from the new update. Now, before we continue, this video could probably be updated the next day, just because of a new skin being added. Because, while I was making my Google Docs, better said, like what my opinions will be, which I won't show right now, which you can see some of the rankings, which I will completely disagree on, which most of these are kind of lies, because I don't want to spoil that much. Sheriff and Luckrow were added at the same time, meaning that I now have to rank them too. So, let's get started. Rich. This is the first out of two rich skins, and it's pretty decent in my opinion. I mean, C tier. I don't really want to place it at B tier or A tier. But now I think about it, it's a C tier. It's just a rush ass, but instead of the roots and stuff, it's now gold, diamonds. He becomes rich. Yeah, I don't really find anything. Low budget. For the price, it's pretty good. Not only that, but I thought the action's gonna be the same, but no, it's way cooler. So I'm putting him A tier. Cheapest skin, by the way. Alternative. I mean, this is a A tier skin. I mean, the only thing I don't like is that the first two levels look very similar. Better said, level 0 and level 1 look way too similar to them for them to be close. We already know why. I mean, I would still place this at S, even if the skin was the new or updated version. So yeah, corrupted. This is what the first skins which come from the tower it gets. But you may be wondering what happened to its gets, Sunshiners, and Matt. Well, I think I know the reason what happened to them. The developer of the ARG probably said, please do not use my characters in your game ever again. That's why they got changed. So I don't remember this guy's name now. So I'm just gonna call him Bazooka Man. So yeah, no, I can super see him here. I know this guy's 60. But he's called Growing. Okay, Growing. I think this is the first game which no, it's not really that great. It's just the X1. It's pretty much almost the same thing like the normal skin. Pretty much a scam, but like the base skin. Pretty much a scam, but I'll give it a B tier because, you know. This skin is peak. The fact it looks decent. But the details from level 1 and onwards are amazing. You may not see my face cam right now, but that's because I don't want to show my face, obviously. So you're not seeing my face. But this skin is awesome. Next skin. Rage. Same thing as Rochas, but a bit better. I mean, he just has more Okay, don't get me wrong, the skin is decent, but let's be honest. It's not the cheapest skin. Most of the time, the cheapest skins are the ones that are like, this should be the cheapest skin, like 50. This guy costs 10 less, if I'm correct, or 25 less. This guy costs 100, however, meaning that this completely ruins the purpose. So, this is the first skin which, it's not worth it in my opinion. I mean, yeah, 9,000 XP is a good mile to go for. It's a ton of XP, which I have the skin. But the problem is, for that much XP, it's not really worth it. Now for the 60s, only skin corrupted, and this is going also in B tier. It's pretty much the same thing. I missed the up to this gets and Sunshiners and also that. So I have a Face Wolf classic skin. It's S tier. Not better than Sundowner, but in my opinion, it's S tier. I like the skin, not because it shows how it looked back then, or probably was a skin that was placed just because. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Minus Prime. It has custom voice ones. After it does a critical hit, it will say a random voice one from the game. And I think he's in the area background. No, he's not. He's not because not that part will be there. And also he was, then it will be a different skin. Oh, frick. Cap C0. C tier. Damn. This skin is such a disappointment. Better than Cappy? Yeah. But it's pretty much just Cappy. But if he was in an alternate universe, if they made a skin for Rochas that's really this, I would be like, okay, yeah, this skin is going to B tier. But they didn't. The closest thing we have to that is low budget, or an alternative, which I don't really think it could fit it. Sheriff? Can I be honest here? It's a D tier. I mean, for the person getting it, it's not that bad. But the skin overall just doesn't look great. And the last skin, well, bro, obviously I'm a Battlebridge fan. So this is how my list looks like. No, I'll just place one with some left. So is not worth it. But you will still obtain it no matter what, even if you don't want to buy it. Because it costs XP. Homeless is F tier, it's not the cheapest skin. Which if it was the cheapest skin, I will place at least at C tier. Sheriff is a D tier. The details are barely noticeable. And even if you say the skin can be saved by the max level, Rockroll did a better job at trying to change some parts before, becoming to his alt form. But Sheriff just finds almost no changes. Rich and Rich, both of them are not able to be, are always going to be obtained by average players, even if you cannot buy skins. Capsy is there because, well, he's just red. He has reindeer and red hair. Corrupted and Corrupted, but Corrupteds are pretty decent, but they are too similar to their normal skin. We want this one actually, no, let's take it. Alternative, Minus Prime, and Low Budget are good skins that are super good, but they have one detail that I don't like about them. Minus Prime is just that it's just I don't know the reference, but yeah, who cares. Low Budget, it's like, okay, yeah, it's too low budget. I will not place it as S tier, but it's very good for a price. And alternative, the first 0 and 1 are just too weak, and these skins pretty much are perfect. This one can be placed at any tier actually. Like I can place it at not worth it, and it's fine. But if you're on OG and you have the tower before it got reassigned, then it's there. But this video hasn't ended yet, because I still have 2 towers that I have not covered in this entire video. Do you know how the old tier list didn't have these 2 towers? Well, it turns out it's because I released the video before those 2 towers came out. So we'll be ranking them. Radio test. Stunner doesn't deal that much damage. I will give him at the good tier. I mean, he doesn't deal great damage. And also my opinions with Snowbase have changed. Okay, hear me out. Snowbase isn't trash, but Snowbase back then when the buff released, also Sunshine is now as awesome, was great because, well, he got the buff, but now there's a new nerf. This nerf being, oh, yeah, no, it's not okay. That's still squared. Well, Riota's decent. Making powers from into stunts isn't that great. Especially to be applied to one unit. In that, yeah, and her cooldown isn't great for what you're getting. So I'd say it's just a trash tower. But anyways, that's the end of the video. These are the tier list. It's not just images. Freedom. So see y'all in the next video.